the Always Believe House. Oh, today we're going to finish up our lessons over systems of linear inequalities. You're going to actually draw graphs on your own paper. If you have graph paper, it kind of helps if you have some graph paper. If not, just use your own paper. I'm going to be doing this on a blank paper. So a magical whiteboard appears, and you see the lessons. This is from last year. You need to finish and turn this in at the end of the day, okay? So finish and turn this in by the end of the day, okay? This is a one-day deal, okay? So on the canvas, or if you're in my room, you can see this on the board, okay? These dates are wrong up here, okay? That was from last year, okay? So I'm going to zoom in to number 1. So we're going to graph these lines. We're going to shade. Remember, the lines will cross. There's going to be 4 parts. And then we're going to find out which points make it true. Okay, so we're going to do this on our own paper. So I'm going to click right here. And bam, I got my own paper. Okay, so even if you're at home, on virtual or face-to-face, okay, you're going to put your name and write down unit 3.3, assignment 3. You're going to turn this in. So make sure you turn this in today. Okay, and then I'm going to put number 1 right here. And then I'm going to go back to the problems and write down the problems. So my first problem is going to be 2x plus y greater than or equal to 4. And x minus 3y greater than negative 6. Okay, let's see if I can remember both of those. 2x plus y greater than or equal to 4. So 2x plus y greater than or equal to 4. And then I'm going to put, let me go back, get the other one. This is kind of tedious, going back and forth. X minus 3y greater than 6. Okay, so x minus 3y greater than 6. Okay, so let me make sure those are both correct. X minus 3y greater than negative 6. I'm glad I went and checked that out. 2x plus y greater than or equal to 4. So let me go back. This is kind of tedious to do this. So we have a negative 6 right here. Now then, what you want to do, write down the inequalities just the way I have them, and then to the right of it, if you don't have graph paper, make an XY grid. And you will not have to go more than 10 in each direction. So what you want to do is tick mark 10 in each direction. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Try to make them evenly spaced as possible, okay? Now then, to graph these, we're going to get our slope, our x, and our y intercepts the same way we've been doing. So I'm going to write this down here again so I have more room. X plus y greater than or equal to 4. We could solve this for y. Notice on this, one of the y's is negative. So let's go ahead and solve this for y. So I'm going to move over the x. So subtract 2x. And I'm going to end up with y greater than or equal to negative 2x plus 4. So my slope is going to be negative 2 over 1, and my y-intercept is going to be 4 in it. Okay, so that's pretty simple to do. So I'm going to start off the y-axis at 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, draw a dot. And then I'm going to go down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1. Let me mute my TV, hold on.
I was like, what's going to happen?
Sorry about that. And we're going to keep rocking and rolling here. So I got 2 of these lines. And I'm going to make a couple of more dots. Down 2, right 1. Down 2, right 1. Okay, so I have a series of dots here. Now then, this will be a solid line on it. So I'm going to draw a solid line. And notice this is greater than, so this line will be shaded up. I'm just going to draw one arrow up. So I know it's going to be shaded up, isn't it? Now then, let's graph the next line. Okay, what I would do is do 2 problems on the front, 2 problems on the back. That'll give you plenty of room, okay? So I'm going to write down x minus 3y greater than negative 6 and solve it for y. That's the easiest way to do these. Negative 3y greater than negative x minus 6. When you divide by the negative, it's going to flip it. Okay, so on this one, we will not shade up. We're going to shade down because the y is negative, and it's going to flip that inequality. So we'll end up with y less than 1 over 3x plus 2. So the y-intercept's at 2. So I'm going to use green dots for this. The y-intercept's at 2, and my slope is up 1, right 3. So up 1, right 3, and just do the best you can at this. Try to get both of your intercepts, okay? And then this one will be a dashed line wanted. So this will be a dashed line. Notice when you do this, there are 4 parts formed, aren't there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4. And I know my blue line's going to be shaded up, right? That eliminates part 1 and part 4, doesn't it? Now then, we're going to shade the green line. If we shade up, it'll be part 2. If we shade down, it'll be part 3. And on the green line, it's less than, so we'll shade down. So if you have a highlighter, all of the ordered pairs here are going to work. Okay? So any ordered pair in that bottom right section are going to make both of those inequalities true. Now then, let's go back to our problems. And we got 2, 2, 0, 4. So I'm going to write down 2, 2, 0, 4. Let me get the ink. So get out of the highlighter. So 2, 2, 0, 4. We're going to circle the ones that are going to be true. And then we're going to go back and get the other 2. So I'm going to have 2, negative 6, 8, negative 5. 2, negative 6, 8, negative 5. 2, negative 6, negative 8, or 8, negative 5. Make sure those are correct. 8, negative 5, those are correct. Okay. So now then, I'm going to go through here and circle the ones that are true, okay? If I were to graph, and I'm sorry about this, if I were to graph, let me get over here, and I'm going to graph, let me do it in green. If I were to graph 2, 2, right 2, up 2, I would be right in here. That one would be true, wouldn't it? Now then, what you could do also, write down this, 2 parentheses plus parentheses greater than or equal to 4, parentheses minus 3 parentheses greater than negative 6. So this right here is my x, this is my y. If I put these in the ordered pairs, it should be true or false. So if I put 2 and 2 in here, 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 is greater than 4, that's true. And then if I put 2, 2 in here, I would have 2 minus 6 is negative 4. Negative 4 is greater than negative 6. That one's true, okay? So this ordered pair is true in both of them. So 2, 2 is going to end up being about right here. That one would make both of them true. So if I put that ordered pair into those equations, it makes them both true. That's basically what you're trying to find out in here. Which ordered pairs make both of them true? What about 0, 4? 0, 4 is right here. That is above the green line, isn't it? So if I were to put 0, 4 into that equation, I would have negative 12 greater than negative 6, and that is false, isn't it? So this one does not work, does it? Okay, then 2, negative 6. If I were to go right 2 and down 6, I would be right here. The green one's true, but the blue one's false, right? So if I were to put 2, negative 6 into here, I would get 4 plus a negative 6, which is negative 2, and negative 2 is not greater than negative 4. That one's false too, isn't it? And lastly, what about 8, negative 5? If I go over 8 and down 5, I am in the shaded part, aren't I? That should make both of them true. If I were to put 8 and negative 5 in here, I would get 16 minus 5, which is 11. 11 is greater than or equal to 4. And then put it into the other one. 8 plus 15 is going to be greater than 6. So this one also would be true. So you can look at the shading and then plug those in. Remember, make those true and then circle the ones that are true and don't circle the ones that are false. Okay, you're going to repeat the process for number 2. So you're going to put number 2 right here. You're going to write down the equations, draw your x and y axis, do the same thing we did. Number 3 will go on the back of the next page. Draw your x, y axis. Now then, let's look at number 4. Number 4, we're only using the first quadrant. Okay, so number 2 and number 3, you're going to solve those inequalities for y, graph them the same way I did, and then circle the ordered pairs that make them true. Do not circle the ones that make them false. But on number 4, let's look at number 4, okay? And I'm going to zoom over here. Okay, and we're going to write down the equations that work, okay? So we have cayenne and jalapeno peppers, right? And he must eat 8 of them, right? So we know that x plus y must be over 8. So he's got to eat at least 8 peppers. Okay, stuffed cayenne peppers cost $3. That's our x. So x equals cayenne. Y equals jalapenos, right? Oh, 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 oh. My cat walks in to just keep going. Okay, and he only has 12 bucks. Okay, so 3x plus 1y has to be less than or equal to 12. So those are our 2 equations there, okay? So you're going to draw your xy axis like this. Now then, let's graph this. So the first one, our slope is going to be -1, and our x-intercept is equal to 8, and our y-intercept is equal to 8. Remember how to get those numbers from the word problems we did. So we're going to set both of these equal to 8. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And then on the next one, my x-intercept, or let's get our slope first. The slope on this one would be -3/1. My x-intercept would be 4, and my y-intercept would be 12, wouldn't it? Now then, you're going to graph those on the number line, on this chart. Do it just like the word problems, okay? Find out and write down 2 combinations of peppers that would work. So you're going to have 2 order pairs that would make those solutions work. You're going to have a blast today. Remember, this is due at the end of the period. Take pictures of this, turn it in. Easy, easy grade. If you need help, message me. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Remember, you are amazing. You are created to do wonderful things, and you are awesome.